And let's move to a city that we absolutely love. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, the general manager and the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, just dapping up Josh McCown, the general manager, Brandon Beane, and Joe Brady. Appreciate you, dude. How you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Can't wait to see you. Hey, Joe, how about the... All right, yeah, I'll wait. Yeah, you can.
Joe, pleasure meeting you.
Joe, good to see you. Hey, Joe, we've been doing this quarterback throw thing at the end. I just want to let you know, Brandon Beane hustled us out of a big money donation thing whenever he was golfing. You remember that?
Oh, yeah, you lied about his score.
Yeah, you remember that when he did that?
He sandbagged us.
So I would like to let you know, Joe, I am not letting you throw. Mr. Beane, you're going to have to throw at the end of this thing.
I love
just
it.
have that in your back of your mind.
I love it.
Beane's a hustler.
I love it.
Okay.
Somehow I'm going to lose this bet.
Yeah, certainly. I can't wait to see how much you donate. That's so cool that you're doing that. Beane, it feels like you love this entire process. We've had the opportunity. You've opened up your doors for us to kind of watch through your eyes on how this whole process works. Whenever you get back out here, what is the thing that you're most eager for? Is it learning about the guys? Is it what is the thing that you're most eager? Or is it the backdoor boozing deals that are going on all around town, Beano? What is it, though, for you that you look forward to most out here?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is fun to see everybody. It's the whole NFL is pretty much here for a week. But I think the funnest part for me is getting these meeting rooms for 20 minutes. And it sounds boring, but just seeing where these guys are, what their football foundation is, kind of what their knowledge is of the game, where they're going, who they've learned from, who they've played for. Just it's a chance to finally hear what they know. You see them with with their helmet and their uniform on, but you really don't know. Some guys look like they're smart, but you get them on the board. Maybe the guy next to him, if it's no lineman, maybe the guy next to him is kind of helping them, and they don't know as much. So we just literally finished again this morning with another 8 or 9 guys, and we got a few more later.
Okay, so let's fire you up. I like that you have good energy in there. Is there anything that you asked specifically that helps you know about the human a little bit? Like yesterday, what did Schneider say? What cereal do you eat in the morning?
Yep.
And I gave him a full answer about how Fruity Pebbles is the right answer because it's the most consistent and also never changed with any of the government bylaws. You know, the Cocoa Puffs used to be much more cocoa-y, and then we had to get rid of some of the stuff, and then it wasn't as good. Fruity Pebbles has remained great throughout the entirety. And on the back of every Fruity Pebbles box, you kind of learn something. You know, there's some little trivia thing on there, so I feel like I'm getting better in the morning. If I would have given him that answer, I'm sure that would have been an answer that they would have told other people later, like, this fucking asshole just gave me this.
First round pick.
But is there any of those things that are happening, like, for real? Because we've heard these stories, like, what's the appliance? What's this? Like, are you asking any of these weird questions to try to get them off the script, or is it just kind of like, hey, let's talk here and be a human and try to figure it out?
Nah, we don't get too crazy. I mean, Joe's got some pretty good questions he throws out at them.
What do you do, Joe? What do you say?
Like nothing. Yeah, install offense. See what they know. No, nothing. I just want to know football. Like just, I like trying to get. You can tell when the guy you ask him a question, and that's what they've been practicing for the last few months, right? So, I always like to ask them like, hey, what's one play you want back? And football guys, right? They're naturally thinking about the. Look, we don't want the negatives, right? But like when a guy's sitting there and he's like for 10 minutes is like, I don't remember any play that I want back. It's like, are you going to bed thinking about football? And what'd you learn from that? You know what I mean? Like, if it's going to happen again, do you remember? So there's always.
Because you only think about the bad plays.
Yeah.
In my head.
You're supposed to.
I just went through.
Instantly.
Whenever you said one play you went back, and there was 14 things that I did that were the worst that I've ever done, and I wanted to never show my face in public again. Yeah.
Well, you'd be surprised. There's quarterbacks, right? And it's like, man, we played a bowl game a month ago, and it was like, how many touchdowns did you throw this past year? And they know how many touchdowns, right? And it was like, well, what was the play of the last touchdown? And don't remember. I'm like, well, there's going to be times where you're playing football and, you threw a pick, that safety was off the hash cover too. And you're like, the next time I get that look, man, I'm not going to get fooled by it. But if you can't even remember the play call from your touchdown, Drew Brees, I bet if I asked Drew Brees a play right now, Sean Payton would talk about some things and he'd be like 20 years ago and he'd be like, that wasn't the play call. This was the play call.
So that's just like the separator of like football IQ, it seems like, and also buy-in to ball. What has it been like with him as the head coach? Sounds like you've really enjoyed the opportunity of a fresher conversation in these meetings.
It's been great. Joe's brought a great perspective just from an offensive guy. It's the first time he's sat in on defensive guys. So just kind of picking their brains. He's probably stealing stuff for himself, but
smart.
Which is
hey,
always
steal
smart.
everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Man.
But no, it's been good. There's been a good energy. We bring the position coach in as well, who I tee it off with him just to kind of get him warmed up, ask him a couple things. Just why'd you come out early? Why did you transfer 3 times? The crazy world we're in. Was it just money? Was it opportunity? Whatever it is. But at that point, turn it over to the position coach. He's kind of running the film or putting them on the board, and then Joe and I are kind of just chiming in. Hey, what what was your weight there? You looked heavy this game, or just kind of try to see what they own up to. Sometimes you're even asking them stuff about, hey, I know you got suspended for a game. We kind of know why they got suspended. A weed violation, or one of them's covering up like a smoke detector in a hotel or something. Just see what they own up to, and if they, of course, we've run into 4 or 5 guys that they're never going to smoke weed again.
They should. If it got 'em
Allegedly,
here-
nobody does it anymore.
Allegedly.
Hey, if it got him here, they need to keep doing it. Okay, that's my take on this entire thing. And Laramie Tunzel should have been the #1 overall pick when that video came out and he didn't cough. His lungs were better than anybody's lungs in the history. I sent a text to the building and I was like, hey, I've seen the particular device that is currently going viral right now. The fact that he did not cough tells me
Go get him.
he is
All pro.
And look at him now. Exactly. Those are my scouting things. You guys all have.
Everyone's got their
own.
Yep.
Okay, those of you got your own. Last question for me before the boys have some. And we appreciate you guys, and we will appreciate the hell out of you as this continues to go for being so nice to us. Your organization is incredibly kind to us, always has been. And I don't know if you'll give me this away, but is there years where you're coming in knowing exactly what you're looking like? Hey, we need to do this, we need this, and we need this. Like, is there a hyper focus, or are you looking for best players right now?
No, we're truly looking for best players, because one of the things about the draft, you don't know how free agency is going to play out, even with your own guys.
How much money do you have?
Not enough.
$100 million is what Tennessee got yesterday. We were talking about.
Yeah.
But it's only going up, though. It feels like
It is, but we know what the range is going to be. We still, it's not a final number yet, but we got to
work to get under. Or
we're probably going to be 15 to 19, 20 over that we got to get under, and we've already started doing some maneuvers. We restructured Spencer Brown the other day to get 10.5 back, but we know we have some more work to do over the next couple of weeks, so that A, we can get under, and B, we can make the moves we need to make.
AJ has a question for you guys.
Yeah, fortunately, we got a quarterback that we pay that makes life a little easier for us too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
anytime you're talking to anybody that comes to the combine, there's two. There's haves and have-nots. The haves are the ones that have a quarterback, okay, and the have-nots are. We got to build a team around this guy.
Yeah,
and it's a different animal.
They
Not
just
that you
freed
don't-
up 50 with Mahomes. Chiefs did, I think, last week or whatever, just because his contract is huge. I'm sure Josh will do that.
So you trying to learn? Are you trying to learn?
There's one thing to free it up. There's another if he would give some back. That's. So if
there
you could talk to Josh and tell him to give some back.
Josh has
You
been-
need to give him more.
He's a father now.
Yeah,
you need to give
it's
him
gonna be a
more.
dad.
He's busy.
Trying to
Congrats.
steal from his kids.
Yeah, this guy's an asshole.
Good Lord.
Those going to be golden diapers.
He earned it, by the way. Earned it.
Yes,
MVP.
this for, both of you, but Coach, you can go first. I guess when you're watching guys run and work out, let's say today, are you just trying to, say you're really high on certain people from their film and their tape and their production? Are you just trying to confirm, hey, this guy's not – he plays very fast on film, but I don't want him to go into 4.85 if he's playing linebacker. Are you just trying to confirm what you see on film for the guys you like? And then, how do you balance that with some of these guys that jump out of nowhere, I guess, to the casual fan, all of a sudden have a great combine? You think, oh, this guy's super fast. He's going to be a great football player, which isn't always the case. How do you balance that, I guess?
Yeah, well, shoot, sometimes there's guys that we know play really fast, and you hope they run a 4.8. It helps us a little bit. It's like,
Yeah,
get
you
a little
celebrate
lower,
drops.
good, nice 40, man. Good slow start. There. At the end of the day, right? This is important, right? That's why we're here. But they put a lot of clips.
But their resume's on tape already,
You know what I
though,
mean?
right?
Like you
Their work
played
is-
linebacker at Ohio State. That's I could have had a great workout or not, but you saw what I
don't have
looked
to
like
kiss
when I
his
was
ass
playing.
like that.
No, trust me.
not him.
I've sat in a lot of formals with all these defensive players, right? So I'm learning all this stuff right now. So I see what it was like. But yeah, I like watching what they're like when they're not doing the drills. Are they out by themselves? You're looking at all the little things, not just the
Are they
workout.
thanking the trainer giving them the water bottle?
doubt,
Are
right?
they making the
Are they
trainer
squirting their
Are they
own-
squirting their own
Yeah.
water in the water?
Do you
bag?
guys
I think
have a rule on
that's
that?
a big one.
Do you have a rule on that?
I do not.
Especially
have
if you
a
don't
role.
really know the trainers
Yeah.
too, and you're sitting your hands on their hips and they're squirting water in your mouth. I'm like,
yeah.
he might be crossed off the list.
No, but we are looking at. You look at everything right now, right? That's everything's an interview right now. So it's just depending on what you take stock in. But yeah, no, it's all important.
You guys have the greatest training staff in the NFL, I would say. They won awards for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, there's the entire thing.
Absolutely.
They're not spraying water in anybody's mouth, right?
No.
Yeah, we are on a crusade against that because it was
I love
starting
it.
to come into football a little bit.
No, we don't need that.
Oh, yeah.
Like if your gloves, I
Still
understand
there.
if there's a
It's good to know.
situation.
I got to be more alert to this.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you
Now
do.
I'm bothered right now.
It's about
No matter how
yes.
tired you
Okay.
are, you can grab that water bottle
Yeah.
and squirt it in your mouth.
All right.
Well, and
good
also,
with it.
this crew
We don't give water.
helps save.
Or that, even
There's no
better.
water.
Even better. Salt tabs.
Get it yourself.
Hey, you better get the paddles too. It sounds like.
Yeah.
But it feels like if somebody was to not do that for me, just like AJ said, I would just rule them out. And I think you guys have an incredible culture. So like finding the humans and how they interact and everything, it seems like is the most vital part of what you have going on right now. If they match your culture, is there people that get in there after you pick them and you go, "Man, I was wrong. I was wrong on this." Like,
Yeah.
buyer's remorse, I guess, would happen all the time.
Yeah, I think also.
Or wow, I didn't expect this guy to be as awesome as a Buffalo Bill.
It's been both, but yeah, there's sometimes you're like, man, I didn't expect this, but that's where you hope a strong culture can. Hey, let's pull them over. Let's don't let them drift over here. Let's help pull them over. There's always guys you say, hey, if that guy went to the wrong city or the wrong team, look out. And we talk about that. Hey, he's got some things. Do we think our culture is strong enough to handle this guy, or do we think he's too far over here? He's just not going to be a fit. He's going to be a turnoff to his teammates.
We don't hate weed in Buffalo. It gets cold up there. Got to be in the house.
Yeah, well, it's Canada.
It's all right. Connor has a question for you guys.
Yeah, Beane, Brett Veach said something pretty interesting just about the combine in general and the draft. He said, 25 of their top 100 players are going back to college now, and that's something that it isn't normal per se, but it's something that will probably continue to go. Have you seen that now with the combine and with the draft in general, that there are older players and you have to kind of factor that in a little bit just because guys have stayed in college 6-7 years at this point? And is that something that you also expect will affect the draft and just kind of how you look at it going forward? And are younger players more at a premium now than ever because of that sense, or is that something that doesn't matter? You're just looking for production once they're in the NFL?
Well, you are looking for young guys that you feel can still grow, not the guys that are not at their ceiling. That's exciting, but and I will agree with that too. There's guys now that we're grading as underclassmen that years ago you'd be like, there's no way he's not coming out. He's going in the second round, third round. The money's going to be too good, but they're still taking it down to the end, waiting, and some of them are going, if I'm a first round pick, I'm coming out. If I'm not, if I'm in the second, I want to come back and see if I can get myself into the first round. And listen, there's agents, there's coaches from college calling, where do you guys see this guy? We're trying to educate ourselves, but the money's so good. I mean, you get $2-3 million to come back, guaranteed money. It's I understand why these guys are going back.
Whenever you think about the NIL era and everything that's happening right now, you being in the building, I think, is good news because you know the culture, you know the team, you know everything like that. But obviously, you coach in college, then you get to the NFL, you do your thing. Have you seen a generational change here? Like, I don't know how you're going to coach.
Yeah.
I haven't been in there. But they talk about, I think a benefit to the NIL era is these guys go through their first amount of money earlier.
Yeah.
So like the fat pocket syndrome that happens to guys potentially has already happened maybe, hopefully. You would assume, so you guys don't have to deal with that. But there's obviously other drawbacks as well. How have you kind of experienced this modern era as a coach? I know Josh Allen's a cowboy from out in the middle of nowhere, but whenever this younger generation has to mix with you olds in there, how has it and what is that for you as you view it?
Well, it is unique, right? Like, you watch the draft. Like, I remember growing up, you'd watch and everybody would get drafted. And I mean, everybody's crying. It's like you finally have an opportunity to make money. Where now guys are like, I'm actually taking a pay cut in a sense, right? So it's
actually.
But on the flip side, a lot of times you draft the guy and money is going to change him. Well, we already know what money looks like with this guy. We've seen, hey, did the NIL, did it impact him in college? He got paid his sophomore year, and man, after his sophomore year, it declined. So we already know that money impacted him. We don't have to wait till we draft him in the first round, and then it's like, oh, what's it going to look like? So it's a different type of player, but at the end of the day, like I do think that the money, in a sense, has helped us kind of understand what we're getting a little more.
Are you two going to be on the same page with picks, or are you going to be jumping on the table for a guy and he's going to go behind the door and say he doesn't like a guy? I heard that's what happens with you guys. I heard that's what
You've seen our dynamic already, right?
That whole process, obviously that clip was huge, and everything in the NFL is huge. But what is that dynamic? Because obviously you've been there, done that. You've done a lot of these.
Yeah.
He has witnessed you do it. You have a lot of success. We go through your shit. You have a lot of success. Now, obviously, having won a Super Bowl, said is all you're being judged upon, just like Josh, just like what's happening in Baltimore with Lamar. But when it comes to like making selections, how much do you guys agree beforehand? Like how much input? How does that kind of come about?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything you do. Listen, at the end of the day, he's got to make decisions on fourth down. He's got to make decisions what we're going to do with the coin toss.
Yeah, you like points, right? We kick field goals.
Yeah.
I like points. I like touchdowns too, though. But I like points.
Okay.
Don't do it. Kick the field goal.
Okay, yeah.
But no, I think it's one of those things. Listen, we're collaborative. We're in lockstep. And the thing about Joe is, we've been through this. We've talked about free agents in the past. We've talked about draft. Joe's sat in the draft room last year to just kind of see some of our process, because about 3 weeks before the draft, we bring the coaches in and just kind of hear their opinion. We keep them separate from the scouting opinion right now, just to see they've zoomed this player, they've met him here, they might have gone to a pro day. Bring them in, and then Joe and I were talking last year, and he was like, "Man, I'd love to see what y'all do after we come in there." So walk on in, the door's open, and so he kind of saw our process a little bit more. So this year we'll continue to kind of do that, and he sees the process. At the end of the day, it's about getting it right for the Bills. It's not about who I want. It's not about who he wants. There may be an area scout that stands on the table, quote unquote, and convinces us this is the guy or this is not the guy, and we just got to get it right for us. Like I said, it's not going to. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. We go through every scenario beforehand, so when we're getting close to the clock, we've already talked about kind of which way we're going to lean if it's down to this guy or that guy.
How many picks do you have?
We have 7.
I got a good news for you, buddy.
You got me some more picks?
No, we'd like one of those. Stephen Holder's reporting the Indianapolis Colts have given Anthony Richardson permission to seek a trade given his uncertain future in Indy. ESPN has learned he was number 4 overall pick, so you give us your first.
And Josh, maybe.
Yeah, swap Josh and Anthony.
Yeah.
See, remember we were talking about this, last year?
Exactly.
It's
Something to think about. It'd be
Joe,
a big splash.
Let's talk.
Hey, Joe, remember when they drafted Josh, you weren't here. Yeah, you
Not
weren't
your
your
guy.
guy. Not your guy.
All right, this interview is over.
On that note, Anthony, if you do find a new team, good luck, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, between injuries, missing, learning how to become a pro with not a lot of football, and then the freak accident happening in it all, fresh start could be incredible.
Yep.
And if it's for the Buffalo Bills' number 1 overall pick, we will certainly be pumped up about that. Tone has a question for you guys.
Yeah, Beane, the interview can't be over because we haven't done our annual tradition yet. I'm not sure if you've seen wide receiver class is pretty good.
Let's bring it. Let's go.
Who do you
Let's
like?
go.
Who do you like? Who's the wide receiver this year?
I like them all. There's some good ones. We've interviewed a few.
But so do you? I listen to Daniel Jeremiah a lot, and he talks about putting guys in the same neighborhood and in the same houses and the same clusters. And there's a lot of slot wide receivers, and then there's a lot of bigger wide receivers. How do you guys go about that as far as like different body types and different how you judge wide receivers? Do you put them in different groups like that versus slot versus outside, and how does that go for you guys?
Yeah, we talk about both, and we talk about versatility. Is the guy an outside guy only? Is he a slot only? And some of that can determine their value. And like, you may have the physical skill set to play inside and outside, but mentally you can't do it, which is one of the things we're trying to figure out. So is this guy a one-spot guy mentally, and then is he a one-spot guy physically? The guys that you love, you can't get your hands on enough, are the guys like a Khalil Shakir that we got. Khalil is super smart, can play anywhere. He's an inside guy first, but he can go outside and play. So you're looking for as many pieces so that Joe and Pete Carmichael can, when they come out of the huddle, you don't know where they're going to line up. We do the same with our tight end group, our running back group. Just try to have as many different positionless players so that when you come out of the huddle, that just creates opportunities, to get the right mismatch.
I don't want to just pivot completely away from scouting wide receivers, but as you were talking about playing inside, playing outside, I just started thinking about your offense and how awesome it is with Josh and James Cook. Once you became the guy, a year and a half ago, it felt like James Cook just let James Cook kind of became the thing. Head coach now, calling plays, yes, still.
Yep.
You see a lot of guys giving it up. Sean gave it up. Canales gave it up.
Yep.
Doug Peterson, when he went down to Jacksonville, gave it up. Like, obviously, you haven't been a head coach yet throughout season, so you have no clue how it actually is. I guess they say there's no guide or any of that type of shit. But how do you kind of envision that as being the head coach and a play caller while not getting stuck in just being an offensive guy?
Yeah, no, and I think that was the important part of putting together the staff, right? Like Pete Carmichael, everybody talks about like offensive head coach, you need your defensive coordinator, but that was so important by me getting Pete Carmichael as my offensive guy, right? He's a guy that's been this non-play calling offensive coordinator for so many years that while I'm on the sideline, I'm not just focused strictly on the offense. That when defense is on the field, I can be the head coach, right? And so having a guy that I can lean on throughout the games, that's going to be critical.
We talked to McDaniel yesterday, and he was wearing a $3,500 jacket, I guess. I just
At
found
least.
it.
That's what it was.
His shoes are probably the same.
Yeah, he already had the head
Custom.
coaching contract. You guys saw it, AFC, CIS experience. It was really good times for you guys, I guess, throughout it all. But he was obviously here. And his late motions with the fastest dudes on the field changed football. I think everybody kind of started getting into it, how you started doing it, and then the defense kind of caught up. We're all kind of having the same conversation about that. Even him, he's saying.
Yeah.
He's like, now you just kind of got to think of the next chess move. Like the defense caught up, now we got to think of the next chess move. Is that how you're viewing it too? Whenever you think about your offense, how do you like kind of view the going into the season with your offense on how you build from last year into next year?
Well, I think you think about offense, but you're really studying all the defenses across the league, right? Like we're just trying to break all their rules, right? And everybody's studying. If you're just studying the offenses across the league, I think you're picking up some things, but you're not beating what the rest of the league is. Kind of, it's all ends up being in a circle, right? We all end up running the same plays, and what everybody was running 5 years ago, and everybody found the beaters. You know, in 10 years, everybody's going to run in those defenses again and whatnot. So I spend a lot of time studying the defenses and just trying to break their rules.
Should we expect bigger dudes, slower dudes? Because everything was getting fast. Should we expect this type of event, combine, to get bigger and a little bit slower maybe because football is going back to ground and pound potentially? Or is there going to be a good hybrid of this wide open, super fast, and physical football? Like, how do you kind of see what football players are about to look like over the next 10 years in the NFL?
I think they're going to continue to get bigger, stronger, faster, but the game, as Joe was saying, you know, back in Josh's earlier years, we were running a lot of 10, 11 personnel. We're spreading people out, and then the defenses started getting more athletic guys to match that. So what do? You get into 21, 12, 13. You saw a lot of that this year. And so you look at the NFC Championship game. Rams in Seattle, there was a lot of 12, a lot of 13 by those guys. So as everyone gets to doing that, if all the offenses start doing that and the defenses start changing, guess what? As Joe said, it'll start getting faster and start spreading guys back out again.
AJ has a question for you guys.
Yeah, let's say both of you were QB prospects, like say first, second round pick. Would you throw here at the combine?
Top 10.
Top 10, top 20. Would you throw?
Oh, top 20. That's a good goal.
Look, I think anytime you got a chance to compete, let's go compete.
Okay.
Okay, so you're viewing the opportunity to compete with others as opposed to having timing down and all that with the wide receivers and being scared that a wide receiver you work with at school runs an out at an exact distance. This is what this guy does. This kid that I've never met before runs terrible routes. Like, that's a part of this guy.
Yeah.
And he's nowhere near where he's supposed to be. And I miss him, and I'm going to look bad, and some other guy is going to look good. Like, I think that is the fear, right? From these.
Yeah, and I say that I sucked at football, right? So it's easy to say that I got a chance to go compete, right? But Josh Allen was out here, right? He was out here going, and that's just kind of who he is. It's look, I might overthrow some balls. It might not look good, but again, I put a lot of clips together on tape the whole season, and you're just seeing me go out in there compete, and it's just an opportunity, and you see how that kind of looks. So, I'm not going to knock guy for not, but you love to see a guy that's like, I don't care, just put the ball down, let's go play.
And that's what I think that's your angle.
Yeah,
huh?
I think you just go out and compete. I can't remember where some quarterback got dramatically hurt or lost stock because of the combine. Like, oh man, you were missing guys left and right. I'm not saying it didn't. I just don't recall it. And I like guys that want to compete, want to go out there. I mean, was it Megatron or whoever the one year wasn't going to run and then just was like, I'm too competitive. The
he
agent
took somebody else's cleats.
Yeah,
didn't he?
the agent probably told him, and he had his mind warped the whole
Brady
time.
do that too?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he made-
Freaks.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need to stretch. Let's go.
But that's like, you love that. Like, this dude's competitive. I mean, you go back to Josh. Josh was just going to play at the Senior Bowl for a little bit. I know, talking to his agents, he wasn't supposed to play after halftime. It didn't go well in the second quarter as well as he wanted, and he went in at halftime and told him, no, I'm coming out in the third quarter to play. I love that.
Yeah.
Josh is a grown-ass man, though.
Yeah.
Got a family. Go ahead, Connor.
Well, I was going to say, as far as measurements go, Josh Allen had biggest, tallest, strongest hands, and that was like his big thing coming out because Wyoming, not many guys knew about him. But then when he came to the combine and got measured, it was like, oh, this guy's a freak. And now that's what this week is kind of about, is people get measured, and then it's like, oh, well, this guy is
short
only has,
arms.
30-inch arms, so who knows what the hell he's going to be like. Do you guys value that more than other teams? Is it a combination of measurement with, bench press? Because AJ mentioned yesterday, he put 225 up, 25, 26, 27 times.
That's it.
And he was all bummed out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's how he felt, too. Yeah.
But then
24.
the coach told him, like, that doesn't mean anything. We don't really care
I think he
about
made the
that
fart
as much.
sound. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, like, do measurements kind of value more than, actual reps? Is it something like that, or is it kind of a combination of the two? Because I assume when you saw Josh Allen had 30-inch hands, you're like, holy shit,
Buffalo.
We need this guy on a team in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you do look at it. It's all one piece of the puzzle, and that's the other thing about competing here. Let's say you want to, and I think some guys do it. Let's say you run a great 40 here. You know what? Don't worry about it at your pro day. Just go do your position drills or whatever. But if it doesn't go well, to me, you got a backstop. You got a retake of a test. Let me go do I didn't do the vertical great in Indy. Let me go do it here at my pro day and just focus on the position.
He also
drills.
drafted the fastest 40.
Yeah, Maxwell Hairston. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
speed kills matchups,
kills.
brother.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Arms.
Yeah.
Cassius Howell, Texas A&M,
Yep.
Reuben Bain.
Yep.
A lot of tweets coming out about if they were to make it, those would be like the two shortest arms
Since 99.
in pass rushing history of the NFL or something like that. For that position, those types of things matter. Player matter, because we watch Bain and Howell.
So good.
Game demolishers. Like absolutely in the college football playoff, but also through college. NFL is different. It's a different game, different humans, different builds, everything like that. How much should we be talking about Reuben Bain's and Cassius Howell's arm length? Should we, and like all those other things that we hear, how much should we be overreacting to them, you think, in your eyes?
No, I think it matters. It really does. But what you want to try to do is find Reuben Bain. What are the best offensive tackles, offensive linemen that he went against, and and how did he do?
He took the game over.
Go through those matchups, and so those are more like the players he's going to see at this level. And how does what is his counters? Does he even have counters? And some of these guys, it's like, what arsenal do they already have? What can you teach them? Now, if you see this guy, he's got a full arsenal now. He's ready to roll, and he's beating guys that are not going to play in the NFL, then that's a red flag. But if those are the only guys he's beating, but if he's beating guys that are going to be playing on Sunday, then that kind of is a glimpse into what you're going to see.
How big are the damn bison?
They're very, very big.
Are they up yet?
I've seen pictures. They're not up.
Can we walk underneath them?
Bigger than this form.
So right now,
Is this where the chest is?
right here, you look up.
25 feet.
To the top.
To the top or the chest?
No, to the top.
Can you walk under it and put your arms up and
can
hit
in
his
it
genitals?
right now.
So
There
Joe-
could be the McAfee Show in the Buffalo. You got 6 weeks to
Gotta
do
be
it
pretty
until it's
big,
closed.
though.
Yeah,
27,000 pound.
the bison.
That's how much it is?
27,000
Were you guys
pounds.
rolling that thing in one of those oversized loads with a bunch of cops kind of driving it across the
I
country?
think you guys should do your show like on a truck while they're being unveiled like
That'd
that.
be
riding
cool.
down
I
the-
mean,
they're in
Like
Pennsylvania.
a tree and
They're in Pennsylvania?
They're
They
in
are.
Pennsylvania. They're coming to New York. So
Who made 'em?
You can get in your,
Somewhere in Pittsburgh.
People of Buffalo.
The Quakers.
I assume it's people,
Amish.
maybe
Probably
Amish.
make it hollow. Probably didn't have to be that heavy. It could be hollow.
Are they?
It is. It's hollow.
Oh, it's hollow.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
that
you
thing's
guys-
going to
you can
blow
walk-
away.
You can walk in it.
25
Better nail it
feet
down.
high, hollow?
better walk
in
on it.
Buffalo? That thing's going to get some snow on its back, and we're going to broken back.
Do we know if they're
Come
male?
on!
Do we know if they're male or female? And
we got a family. We're covering everybody.
family.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
You got to bring your family to the
got
game.
babies?
You
Because
got
I
a little
know
baby bison?
AJ's pretty interested in the male going
I
underneath
mean,
it.
that's kind of weird. When you do sculptures, you do have to make a decision on what the genitals are.
It's an artist. It's an artist. I will.
Right?
I can't wait to get up there
Right.
and ride one of these bikes.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't wait to get
I think you should be part of the
Do the
unveiling
show
of
from
it.
up top.
I don't think I should be. That honor is crazy. Your last home game with the videos afterwards and everything like that.
Everyone's staying.
Dude, that was. I got emotional because I played there. Obviously, it's one of those places, legendary places that you get to play at. But watching your fan base like say goodbye to a place that has been so much to them, I got emotional watching that. So I don't think we deserve to be at the unveiling of the next one. You should let Bill's Mafia do that. But day two will come.
Sure.
We'll certainly come and kind of check it all out. I'm excited for the unveiling. Feels like you guys got a lot of special stuff happening.
No,
Feels
we
like-
do. We're excited about the stadium. I mean, we're finally moving to grass, and which is going to be cool. I know a lot of our players are excited.
What do you got?
about
You
that.
got
It's 60% of the stadium's covered.
Canopy.
Of the seats, 60%. But the
Protects.
players, yeah. But you're still going to see when you watch TV. Buffalo should be outside.
Jeez.
That scared the
What do
hell
we
out
got going here?
Holy hell!
I didn't know where that was coming from.
All right,
but
we're ready to go.
That was one of those bison. That
But
was
you,
one of those-
when you watch the Bills on TV, the players are going to be out there playing in the snow. What you would expect Buffalo football to look like.
I think we have to. And all these stadiums are starting to look the same. Your guys has looked really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get up there. In fact, that it's so close.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the.
That's nice.
That is true beauty. True beauty. Good for you guys, Buffalonians. Now, if you don't win a Super Bowl, everybody say you guys suck.
That's the way the world is.
Look,
That
we're- right
legitimately
now-
is.
Yeah, right now we're just focused on how we use our water bottles.
Thank you.
Yeah, boom.
That's the number one thing.
I'm glad
to
you
focus on
remembered
right now.
that.
One step at a time.
Full transparency. So Josh, it's happened to me before. He'll unscrew the top a little bit.
Yeah.
So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm trying to get guys to actually use the water bottles, but next thing you know, it's
No.
You
Think about-
got to be smart about it.
It's
Right.
much,
Every time.
It's much worse if somebody else is doing it, it falls off.
That's true.
Yeah, like if I'm. And it
then
just
they
goes.
feel bad.
That's true.
Yeah, the loosen the water bottle trick. Oh,
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic.
I think D came up with that. Yeah.
I've learned.
He's been around.
I've learned. I've been around. I've been around for a while.
Quick learner.
I've been around a while.
Been
Been
around
around Josh Allen. You ain't get called on this.
Yeah, I love that. I love that he is carrying that tradition. I do. I appreciate that. I don't want to say that Peyton loved that thing, but Peyton set up emergency fake phone calls to get people to answer the phone, to call for somebody. Like full. It was the best thing I've ever seen.
He got someone at the Pro Bowl,
yeah,
Welker,
with it.
maybe.
I mean, all those things.
Eli was the
Those are
Mannings.
just classic football, like just
Yeah.
since the beginning of time, kind of roll through it. But I think I was in the training room, like Vinatieri was getting something, I'm like bullshitting or whatever, and then there's like an emergency that happens in the back room, like a phone call, somebody chaotic, what? Goes, runs over. Who are you looking for? D. And then down the hall comes screaming, D's not. And it's like, I'm like, oh my God, I got to be watching my shit around here.
Training camp with the bucket or the trash can.
Oh, yeah.
You and Payne, yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. They were unbelievable. I mean,
Bucket of water.
No, when Josh asks a question, I don't answer. I just stare at it for a second. Like, let me just think. It could be completely a serious question. It could be football related. I'm like, there might be something to it.
yeah, but you got to have the answer, though.
You got to have the answer.
Yeah.
And when he calls you and he says, "Hey, draft this guy," you better
Yeah.
make that happen.
Yeah, you better,
How's
you
that
better
contract?
stand on a table for a guy.
Yeah.
Because we've heard about it. All right, let's get to. Would you do a throw? You have to. I'm going to force you
Beane's
to do
got
it. Okay, Joe. I would normally put you in a position to have to do this.
You don't want to see that.
Okay, so you're an ass football thrower.
Yes.
That's you got to be one of the only offensive guru.
I threw the baseball in me threw out the arm, so I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a fucking.
I don't know if I
excuse.
believe it.
It is. Brandon Beane hustled us. I don't know if you know the story. He hustled us on a local golf course, but it was for a good cause. It was for a good cause.
Allegedly.
He scratched out a few, or was that him? Was that Dano or him that scratched out a few scores?
Orlovsky
That was
scratched out
Dan.
18.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You shoot 72 though
Your actual
on the
stick.
regular.
Dan's also an idiot. He just can't add.
All right, here we go. Yeah, that could be the case. Mr. Beane, if you would come up here onto the pad. Yep, you could take that thing if you want to. Mr. Beane, you've obviously done wonderful things with your athletic abilities for us to raise some money. Okay, we certainly appreciate that. How old are you, sir?
49.
Damn.
Oh, you look good. These guys look good.
They all look, everybody looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's really young.
Basically.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me and Joe have a similar situation happening. You look very good. Usually the whites age poorly. You look fantastic. Now, Mr. Beane, how often do you throw a football around?
Only when Josh Allen throws it at me during practice.
Okay, how often is that actually?
That's probably twice a week.
Okay, so and then you throw it back to him?
He's trying to hit me.
Yeah.
In the Johnson.
The skip
Indeed.
genitals.
Hey,
Good
once
for
again,
him.
that's
Good for
classic.
him.
That's classic old school
This is
football.
culture.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
got
pay attention
culture
to
and
practice.
everything.
You guys are doing
Pay attention.
everything that
Yeah.
old school football
Yes.
used to do. Yeah. Tom Brady, okay, just fun fact here. Tom Brady were playing up in New England. Me and Vinatieri are standing on the sidelines, I don't know, 50 yards away, and a ball comes skipping right by Vinatieri's like legs and then off the wall over there, and you turn around and Tom's like this close, buddy. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Okay, Mr. Beane, Josh Allen has not thrown a ball at your junk, but we do need to see you throw this ball into that hole. If you're able to make it into that hole right there, $100,000 donation to a charity you're choosing. Yesterday, almost everybody made it except for a GM. GM was the only person that missed it. He might have had a little bit of beer in him as well, which we certainly
Would have gone in the top.
respect.
Top's not open.
All right, Brandon, good luck with the throw. It's about I'd say it's about a 10-yard throw. 10-yard throw. All you got to do is throw a little bit of a seed. Yeah, the hole is smaller than it appears, but big enough for you to
fire
win.
that thing. Yeah.
Fire that pigskin, Bean. Let's go ahead and win some money. Oh,
Hey, that's a good
okay,
motion.
okay.
Nice
motion.
Yeah, I like that you went for it.
He sandbagged us again.
Hey, I like that you didn't guide that. You know, you could tell.
baby.
Oh, Beane!
Wait, which GM didn't make it?
Schneider.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Schneider.
Salah still has.
Sorry,
to
he got a
work.
Super Bowl.
He's good.
Yeah,
He's all right
he
right now.
does
He
have
gets
a
a
Super
pass right now.
He won.
Okay, boys, thank you for joining us. Shout out to Boyko, obviously. He needs that.
Legend.
Shout out.
Derek Boyko, legend.
Yeah, he certainly needs that, too.
Legend.
I know that's a part of his life. He needs to hear that.
He does. He
From
does.
my
He
understanding,
does.
Yes.
Boyko needs to hear that. Boyko, you did good, man.
Way to go, Derek.
There you go,
Look at the
Boyko.
smile on his face.
So proud of you, Boyko. Boyko, PR guy from the NFL that doesn't hate us. We like him.
Yeah.
One of the few.
Pretty cool.
We are very, very thankful for him. We are very appreciative of your guys' entire organization. Good luck this entire offseason. And, yeah, thank you for being so hospitable to us. Good luck to you, man. Head coach is a big fucking deal.
Appreciate you, man.
You should enjoy all of it. Remember, your conversation with people is the most important conversation that they've ever had in their entire life now. That's real. You, too, you know that
Yep,
as well.
yep.
You just so happen upon a guy who's like 5th, 6th rounder here, and then you talk to him, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, I'm good. How are you? Good, thank you. And walk away. I hope I didn't blow.
It's a great point.
I'm going to the Bills.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids still have that? They still have it because that's how it was when we were coming up. I would assume they still have that same, like, oh my goodness, and they think about that conversation for the next 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Can
a
you
lot
tell?
of you can tell when the guys that have done their research. Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
hey, you're, I know.
Oh,
or
you're a
whatever.
trainer, some
yeah,
people think.
Yeah, well,
Oh no.
a slapdick.
Sir, if you could grab me some coffee, please.
Owner's son.
Thank you, boys. Good luck. All right, we're going to wrap up this hour one here as Beane is kind of being held hostage. He cannot get up and leave because if he was to do that, he would walk in front of every camera. And he also doesn't know if he's supposed to dap everybody up. How much time do I have? So you're just going to hold tight for about 40 seconds, old
got you,
Beane. In the second hour, we have Randy Orton joining us.
Hell yeah.
That is?
I saw the Viper walking
You
around.
might
out
want
there.
to draft him.
Randy
brother.
Orton might be pretty good outside linebacker. There's a chance that could be the case. We also have Governor Mike Braun joining us about the Indiana state of
Indiana
Indiana
Bears.
potentially stealing the Bears. Okay, that's potentially happening. Nick Caserio, do you know him?
Heard of him?
You guys fight each other or what?
No, Nick's a good man.
He is a good man.